and talk about how to do it, why you do it, where you do it, why you do it. Most important thing that we need to go through first is a really simple concept, right? If you imagine a goalkeeper can cover this 90% part of the goal, so everything that's near post, middle of the goal, and even a little bit past the middle of the goal, right? That leaves like the final 10% of the goal is open and exposed and vulnerable for the goalkeeper to, hopefully, he's going to try and save it. The likelihood is most keepers can't cover that. They'll do the best to cover this 90%, yeah? So what I want you to think about is if you can hit shots at this last 10% of the goal, what does that give you in terms of a chance of scoring?
An advantage.
A big advantage.
Yeah.
A good chance.
Because he's covering his net.
Think about it this way. If you flip those percentages, if we can hit the last 10% of the goal, it gives us like a 90% chance of scoring.
Yeah.
But think of it the other way around. If you're hitting central shots and shots near the near post that the keeper can save, might only be a 10% chance of scoring, yeah? Now, the exact stats you could maybe argue about, I'm sure people in the comments will go, oh no, it's more than that, it's less than that. But the concept is the same. Aim for the 90% big part of the goal, you give yourself a 10% chance of scoring. Keepers are going to save most of those. But if you can hit that final 10%, that far corner, that's where the 90% chance of scoring comes in, yeah? Now, you've still got to hit it with a decent amount of power. You've still got to hit it, you know, when the keeper's not expecting it. But what we're going to do is go through how to do it and all the technical stuff, but that's the theory behind it. Make sense? Yeah. All right, we're going to get into the drill. Cheers, Will. Pressure. All we've got so far is just a mannequin open goal. We don't have to stress ourselves too much until we've got the techniques right. 2 techniques you're going to go for. If we are going for the far corner as a left footer from here, we're going to go inside foot and try and bend the ball, all right? So you're going to bring the ball out to between the white pancakes. You're going to take 2 touches. The first touch goes out from the feet, and for a left-footed player, it's going to be inside foot to try and bend and curl the ball. You see how I've tried to apply some side spin to the ball, and I've even given you that guideline that's yellow that shows where you're supposed to be trying to aim and the shape of your shot. Everyone got that? Yeah. If you're hitting a right-footed shot, you're still going to take 2 touches, but this one's going to go down the side of the mannequin. Now, as you go down the side, because you're a right footer, you're going to go to the outside. We're trying to hit a laces shot. So this one's not going to have curl and spin, hopefully, but we're still aiming for which corner? Far corner, every time. So on this one, it's going to be a touch out from the feet. We're going to try and line things up along that red line, hit it with the laces, and try and fire. Now, I hit my shot with absolutely no spin, which was great, right? But where did my shot go? Near post. So that's one thing that you guys have really got to concentrate on. As you're hitting the shot, you're trying to make sure that if we're aiming for the far post, we are drawing a line from that far post into the back of the ball. Wherever that line would come out the front of the ball, that's the contact point I'm aiming for. So if you can line that up, and as you hit your ball, be trying to draw that line through your head, then hit a nice strike, it'll give you a good direction. Everyone got it? Don't matter whether you're left or right foot, you know what you're doing. Let's give it a try. Ready, set? A few, Ethan, and then inside foot curl. Get it out from your feet a bit, and then inside foot curl. Nice technique, Ethan. Good start, well done. I like the side spin you generated there, Ethan. Good lad. So Sam, this is laces, no spin if you can. Yeah, we're aiming for that far stanchion, but we're just going laces, no spin. Go on, give it a crack. Good strikes, actually failing as long as we're hitting the right technique. So Ethan hit a curl shot, it went a bit central, but it was still the right technique. Sam blasted one really hard towards the corner, went a tiny bit wide. That's still success, because you've used the right technique from the right place, yeah? What Ethan did there naturally was did a tiny little touch out from his feet and started walking backwards, all right? We're not Ronaldo, mate, we're not taking a free kick. Okay. So on this one, it's out from the feet, and then gain some momentum and move your body through it. See the difference? So that yellow pancake is like a guide spot for where your shot should be from, yeah? So get it out from your feet and get running into your shot. Go on, Ethan, then hit it. More power, more curl. Good effort, well done. What some of you guys are doing is even though you're aiming for that far corner finish with the laces, you're getting a little bit of side spin. Now, we talked here about how side spin will help curl the ball towards the far corner. When you hit a ball with side spin as a right footer here, where does the ball actually curl? Yeah, Jasper hit one and it was going in and the curl took it wide and it pulled it away from goal. So on this shot for the right footers, we actually want no curl. So how do you hit a ball with no curl on it?
Top spin.
No, that's still spin, isn't it? We want to hit the ball ideally with as little spin as possible. That comes from the middle of the ball. So you really have to try and line things up with the middle. The other thing that applies spin is even if I hit the middle of the ball, if I open my foot and I hit it with the inside, it's still going to generate a little bit of spin. So we've got to make sure that the toes are down, the heel is up, and we really try and make sure that we're striking clean on the laces. I'm not saying it's going to go perfect every time, but the less spin on the ball, the less likely it will be to drag and pull away towards that corner flag. So if I can hit one with less spin on it, then you see how that ball wasn't curling away from the goal. If I got my line right, that would have gone in. But sometimes, especially when you're getting curl on the ball, Sam, you'll get your guideline right, you'll hit it, it's going towards the far corner, you think, yes! And then the spin pulls it away. So try and reduce the curl as much as you can on this one. Now on the other side, for Ethan, you're safer. You guys that are hitting it, you guys are getting loads of curl, you're definitely getting side spin, but your side spin is starting to affect the aim. If I side spin the ball, I'm aiming at the far post, and then when I put loads of spin on it, the spin ends up pulling it, that went near post. What do we say about a near post shot?
Keeper save.
Every day. Even a bad keeper would save that. Even Onana would save that, right? So what we've got to do here is make sure that whenever we're applying spin to a ball with power, that's what gives us curl. So spin plus power means I've got to start aiming wider. I'm probably going to aim for, you see the little white cone? Yeah. Where the goal line is? I'm probably aiming more there because over the distance with the spin, that curl should start to affect it. I'm right-footed, can you tell? So we're going to go again, but I want you guys to concentrate on those two things. Right footers, we're trying to hit no spin, keep it nice and straight. Left footers, we're trying to aim a little bit wider and allow the curl to pull it back in. Everyone got it?
Yep.
Let's give it a try. Side foot with curl. Harley, that one's going on YouTube, mate. Nice. Ethan, that's a nice one. Look at that. Wrap. Strike. That's not bad. Now that we're able to do that, we're now going to start with the ball coming into you, and your first touch is going to set the ball where you want it. Now, as you do that, right, you know, imagine I've got the winger out here, yeah? I've got my goal here that I'm shooting towards. If it's a left-footed player, so I've done him yellow, so imagine he's a left footer, yeah? As the ball comes into him, where does he want his first touch to go?
Back in.
Everyone agree with Sam? Yeah? So a touch from Ethan, or your safer, would be a touch that goes inside, then be able to generate that side spin, that curl, that bending ball into the far post, yeah? But the exact same pass received by a right-footed player,
Down the line.
where would your first touch try and go?
Down the line.
Everyone agree with Sam again? Yeah? And then what type of shot are we hitting?
Like, straight.
Yeah, the straight one. What we've got to be careful of, it's not a curler, because you end up with a Darwin Núñez. Nearly, but not in. Yeah? So what we're trying to do on this one is hit a dead straight one with no spin, laces if you can. That makes sense, yeah? So when you're trying to hit that, it was easy before because you put the ball where you wanted. Now I need your first touch to put the ball in the right position. So it'll be receiving the ball from the coach, push the ball into the right place, and then hit it. The better your first touch, the better your chance of scoring. If you take a bad first touch, that doesn't mean you can't score, but it is less likely. And a bad first touch might be one that's a bit too long, one that goes a little bit too wide, one that comes backwards at all when you're cutting inside. So really try and make sure that you're focusing on where do I set my first touch, because a good first touch is going to make a good what?
Finish.
Good finish. Yeah, let's give it a try. Into the game, touch forward that hits the defender, which we don't want to do. Or he's going to take a first touch diagonal to avoid him, and then you're going to be running away from goal. Give yourself a tiny bit more width in the touch out from the feet, and then whip it. Excellent, he set himself well. Remember, a good first touch gives us a good chance to score. Improve your chances by getting that touch right. Andre, that is a great effort. Look how good his first touch was, though. It's not a surprise. Right, Seth, that's what's called a really good recovery. Seth's first touch got stuck under his feet. He didn't cry about it. He just took a bigger second touch and then still hit a good shot. Well done. Be safe, let's go. Back at you. Out from the feet. Ugh. To put kids that close to a wall. But what it does is it emphasises the slightest bad touch, it makes it impossible to hit. So if I gave you loads of room out here, you could still do your shooting, but a bad touch, you'd be like, oh, it's all right, I can recover that. In a real game, these are the margins. That ball goes 10 inches too far to the right and you don't get your shot, yeah? So you've really got to concentrate on exactly where you put your first touch because it sets the shot. Good lad. Next one, let's go, Ethan. Set, feet, touch and fire. I like it, Ethan. Good lad. Next one. Set, feet, touch and drill it. Strike. Well done. Next one. Let's go. Well, it's the way around, but all the concepts are exactly the same. But now the right-footed player is going to be cutting inside and trying to generate what? Some side spin and some curl on the ball. And the left-footed player is going to be driving down the line and trying to hit what?
Straight.
Yeah, dead straight, laces through the ball. Now, Harley, I'm not worried about you because I've seen you hit a ball with your laces really clean loads of times. But does that mean he's going to do that every time? Or what does he have to get right first? That first touch is everything, yeah? So it doesn't matter how good your technique is. If you take a bad touch, you won't give yourself a chance to use your good technique. So we've really got to focus on getting that first touch right, and then you can unlock your power and your accuracy, yeah? So same concept as before, ball will get played in from the coach. If I get my first touch right for a right footer now, it's going to be out from the feet to cut inside, generate some spin and try and hit that corner, whether it's top or bottom corner, we don't mind. I'm trying to generate power on this to beat a keeper, but I'm going inside foot to give me the curl, yeah? If it's a left footer, then we're going to drive down the line and hit with the laces. Please don't laugh, I'm not left footed. So when the ball comes in on this one, first of all, that guideline's got to be right. Can we push it with the inside left foot and get it in that position to strike left foot? Well, that wasn't bad. It was a bit near post, but it was all right. Everyone got it? Let's give it a try. Straight into position. So Jasper, give your ball to me. Get your feet set. So it's touch out from your feet. Set yourself and bend it. Touch and whip it. Oh, unlucky. Good effort. Next one. Ready, Andre? Touch. Give you a small gap to go through to be tight. That's a really good effort. Got to squeeze through that narrow gap and then hit it. Seth, good curl, I like it, let's go. So I'll remember, we're driving down the line on this one, yeah? Get his first touch right, then he can unlock the power. What a surprise, first touch is great and shot's great. Well done, next one, go. Touch. Did everyone see there how his first touch tripped him up a bit? Yeah? That's learning for everybody, we need to make sure that we don't get first touch stuck under the feet. So out from the feet and whip, not bad, next one, let's go. Ready, Seth? Out from the feet, touch and bend it. Ah. Wow. Now, Seth, that's the second time he's done that. Seth has taken a couple of bad touches. Both times he's recovered his foot position quickly. So when we're taking this touch, Seth, we want the ball outside the shoulder, don't we? Yeah? Ball outside the shoulder means we can bend it. Seth took a touch there that went a bit too narrow. He adjusted his feet and got it back outside his shoulder before he hit the shot. That was intelligent, that, Seth. Well done. Well, let me give you a few ideas here, right? You know, every time I was setting myself for the shot, what type of spin was on the shot?
Side spin.
Well, that's top spin. I'm rolling the ball away from me, so then I've got to put in all the side spin to get this ball to. Right? Now, if Sam plays me a pass and I'm facing this way, what type of spin is now on this ball? Where's that ball going? It's going from right to left. So what type of spin is now on the ball? It's more side spin. So on this shot, because the ball's going across me, I don't want to try and put loads of side spin on it because it's already got loads of side spin on it. That makes sense? Because the ball's got side spin on, I'm hitting it first time, I can just guide it and the side spin comes in pretty naturally. I don't really have to concentrate on the side spin. Now, Andrea, what I do have to do, get ready to roll me your ball. I do have to concentrate on direction now because where do you notice all these balls keep going? They keep going near post because I'm aiming far post, but the side spin on the ball that it's got and that momentum is pulling the ball left. So a clever player knows that the speed and the momentum of the ball affects where I aim. But it's even more important now because the ball is coming from right to left. As I hit it, I've got to allow for that ball to move more in the air. Everyone got that? Yeah? If you keep hitting them narrow, it's just a simple case of using that side spin and try and aim a little bit wider. What about the one for the left footers? So Ethan, for you to hit this, what's going to change?
We're going to have to, I'd say we'd have to have side spin that way, so you pass it that way, and then we try that.
I like that. So the first thing Ethan's done is go, I have to consider that the side spin on the ball. That's good. Now, Ethan, when the ball comes to you, right, and it's rolling across you, if you try and hit the absolute middle of the ball when it's rolling forwards, that's fine. If you try and hit the absolute middle when the ball's moving this way, where's the ball going to want to keep going?
It's going to want to go like that way because you're going to like what? You're going to go like that.
It's going to slice, exactly. Well, let's test it. Sam, just take that ball and roll it across me with a bit of speed. Now, even if I hit the middle of the ball here, the ball, you see how it's still got side spin? I actually hit the inside to hit the ball that way, and it still went wide of the post that side because the side spin on the ball is affecting my shot. So when the ball comes across you, you've really got to try and concentrate on getting the left-hand side of the ball here to get this on target. Make sense? Yep. So for my left-footed players, Sam, I'll play to you. You'll roll it towards here on the yellow pancake, and as he plays it in, I'm trying to make sure my main thing is get it on target. Just get it on target. I'm not trying to blast it as hard as I can because the speed of the ball is going to make me slice it. So just focus on accuracy. We got it? Let's give it a try. In position. Jasper, let's do it. Great start. Wow, excellent. The aim was good. The height was good. Curl was good. Let's go, Seth. Cross the body. Wow, Seth, just do that every time, mate. You'll be fine. Ready? Let's go, Harley. Can you go laces? Did you see that? He didn't try and hit 100 miles an hour. He guided the ball exactly where he needed it. Let's go. Go on, Ethan. Everyone seems stretch. The stretch killed him there. If you're stretching for a ball here, it's very hard to get it right. And no defenders. So why are we doing it with no keeper and no defenders?
To get like the accuracy, like,
Yeah, but you can do that when there's a keeper in.
yeah, but
The point is, not one of you guys on this pitch are a goalkeeper. None of you play net regularly, do you really? No, you do every now and again. If you see, are you a set keeper? You are too good outfield to be wasted as a goalkeeper, mate, but fair enough. Now, we don't have a keeper in the net, but does that mean there's no challenge?
No.
The challenge is to hit the right part of the goal. I don't need a goalkeeper stood on that near post for you guys to prove that you can hit the far corner, do I? Because when Ethan drilled one far corner, whether there's a keeper stood there or not, I know it's a great shot. In the same way that if you had Courtois stood in goal, the greatest keeper you can think of, if I hit one like that, does the keeper tell me that's a bad shot? Or do I know it from the spin? I know it from the spin, don't I? I know from the accuracy. So even though we're doing it without a real defender, without a keeper, the challenge is all about hitting the right part of the goal with the ball in the right way. And because we're doing that, I don't need a keeper to prove that you're scoring good goals. And we'll find out then in the game if it actually works. But I think, based on what we've seen so far, how consistent you've been, how accurate you've been, we will score quite a lot of goals. Are you ready for matches now?
yeah.
All we need you to do is just collecting cones and pancakes. We'll